Hello everyone, my name is Deepika. I am an IT professional working as a RTE. I'm here to talk about SAFE. Today, I'm sure most of you or all of you have heard about Agile before. There are a lot more in Agile, Scrum, Kanban, XP, and etc. But nowadays, organizations, especially big organizations, those are majorly dealing in complex projects. They have started adapting SAFe. So not just organization, it's people like us. We are also lean for learning SAFe these days. Everybody is learning, but the big question is, do we really know that where to implement SAFe and where Scrum? I mean, which project is best fit for SAFe and which one for Scrum? This is even one of the big interview question these days. I am one of them, and trust me, none of them has a clear answer about it. So let's deep dive into Safe and Scrum with me. I will be talking about more Safe versus Scrum today, especially that where Safe can be implemented, where is Scrum, and few more things. Later, based on your interest, what you want to learn on Safe, will go through about Safe little bit more today. So let's start it. This is a Scrum. So let's start with the basic first that what is Safe and what is a Scrum. Both are both are agile framework. Safe itself stands for a scaled agile framework where E represents enterprise, means this framework is only for enterprise level to solve a complex problem. Where Scrum, this is also agile framework, it runs only on a team level, hence suitable for a small project. The what is the size of safe? Safe requires for a big organization where a complex project problem needs to be resolved. So assumed 50 to 125 people in an art can be implemented in a team. And for Scrum typically plus minus 8 members required in a team. And what are the key elements of SAFe? Key events of SAFe is PI planning, stands for program increment, which runs majorly for 8 to 12 weeks. This also depends upon organization to organization. So the according to book, it should be not more than 12 weeks. For Scrum, key events is definitely a sprint planning, which is again depends upon organization to organization, but it shouldn't be more than 3 weeks. This has not been suggested to run more than a 3 weeks a Scrum team. Major point: where to implement what? Safe. Let's first talk about safe. As we already talked about in previous slide, that safe is majorly requires to solve a complex problem because the E itself represent enterprise level, right? So when multiple teams require to solve one problem, there and cross team dependencies will be there. The need is on enterprise alignment. Then it became very important to implement safe because Scrum won't work there. Safe will help to resolve this issue and faster your delivery. Examples: banking platform, telecom product, large enterprise projects, and etc. Now let's talk about the Scrum. Scrum requires mainly for a simple project or a less complex project where least dependency will be required among teams, and one to teams, not more than one to teams, requires to work on that particular project. And this project definitely is not required on enterprise level. So this is where we can implement Scrum. In short, SAFe for an enterprise level, Scrum not for enterprise level, SAFe to solve a very complex project, Scrum for a simple or less complex project. SAFe requires when a project required to implement, or SAFe when multiple teams are required to work on a single project and there are huge dependency on each other. Scrum is required to solve to work. Scrum is required when one or two teams can work together independently or having a least dependency on each other. This is the summary where SAFe can be implemented and where Scrum. How SAFe works. SAFe has a majorly four level, or you can say SAFe works mainly in four levels. W- We have one is team level, another program level, large solution level, portfolio level. I can talk about each and every level separately in separate sessions because each has a vast responsibilities and roles that what exactly they are meant to do in each level. There are a lot more. Each level includes with the four different levels too, so definitely cannot be concluded in one session. But this is how it works. It requires four separate levels to implement SAFe. What are the roles, events, and artifacts of SAFe and Scrum? Let's talk about the roles first. SAFe has, as I mentioned before, each level requires four different level. So roles on teams level is also divided in four part. R- Team level roles, product owner, scrum master, and developers. Product pro, if it comes to program level, which is also known as a agile release train, there are four different roles in an RTE, release train engineer, product management, system architect, and or engineering business owners. Solution level, also known as a large system, which is in short, you can say it is a combination of multiple arts. Solution train engineer, solution management, solution architect are the main roles of STE. Portfolio level, we have a three major roles in portfolio level: lean portfolio management, epic owners, enterprise architect. Scrum roles, we have simply three roles in a Scrum: product owner, Scrum master, and developers. Earlier, it used to be Scrum team, which includes dev, QA, architect, leads, or those are all required to work in a single project. Now, the word Scrum teams has been replaced with the developers. Scrum events. Scrum events, we have mainly four fixed event. These are sprint planning, sprint daily Scrum, sprint review, sprint retrospective. There is one fifth event as well in Scrum, which is not because these four are fixed event, which can never be changed. This has to happen when it has been scheduled as per their time. But there is a fifth event which is meant to happen only when it is required, is known as a backlog refinement. Backlog refinement we can have twice in a sprint, we can have once in a sprint only. It will be all based on the requirement that how your backlog looks like. What are these Scrum artifacts? We have three main Scrum artifacts: product backlog, sprint backlog, and increment. Moving forward, let's talk about safe events now. We already did talk about Scrum events and artifacts. Now we will talk about safe events and artifacts. So again, safe events and artifacts are also divided in further four levels. Each level has their own events and artifacts. So team level has four events: iteration planning, daily stand up, iteration review, iteration retrospective. Program level, PI planning, which is the crux of an art. Art sync, system demo, inspect and adapt. Solution level, solution train sync, pre and post PI planning. Portfolio level, portfolio sync, strategy, and investment funding cycles. Safe artifacts, same four levels. Each level has their own artifacts: team level, team backlog, iteration backlog, stories, task, and enablers. Program level, as I have already informed, that it is known as an art. Program level has four artifacts: program backlog, features backlog, PI objectives, roadmaps. Roadmaps are further divided into team and program level. Solution level have two artifacts: solution backlog, capabilities. Portfolio level have three artifacts: portfolio backlog, epics, and lean budgets. So this is all about safe and scrum's roles, events, and artifacts. Now, when we have already learned that where safe can be implemented and where scrum can be implemented, now I am sure that you have this question: can both coexist? So the answer is yes. An art is a set of multiple scrum teams only. These all scrum teams are working towards a common goal, hence part of an art. That means scrum can be implemented under safe, but safe cannot be implemented under a scrum, because safe is nothing but a combination of multiple scrum teams. Scrum teams can exist inside a safe art, safe scales, but Scrum delivers. So that is why we need both, and that's why it will help to resolve a complex project and faster your delivery. I hope this helps you to understand about Safe a bit and Scrum, that where you can implement, which project will be required and helpful to implement Safe and Scrum. You can choose what fits your size and complexity now according to your need. Hope you liked it. Please like, share, and subscribe for more upcoming videos about Safe. Thank you. See you in next video.